Good afternoon and welcome to our third artist today on the Sunday sessions here at Radio Wimborne. We have the magnificent Chris Payn here. Hello, Chris.
Hello, how you doing?
Pretty good. I'm Carl Buxton, your resident hard rock and heavy metal DJ. Do the Sunday evening show here at Radio Wimborne. And as I say, we've got Chris Payn here of Hightown Parade. It's now called, I think, Chris Payn and
Chris Payn and the Parade.
Yeah,
that's right. The Hightown Parade era's gone.
It's gone, yeah. But that's how most of us from a certain age remember you.
Oh yeah,
from that far back, yeah.
Yeah, well, it's been going a while, I suppose. I mean, I think 2017 was the first release with Choose, and I think it was only in the last couple of years that I've kind of moved on from it. I mean, the songs are still out there; people can still listen to them. I still play some of them. But yes, I mean, the whole reason for moving from Hightown Parade to Chris Payn and the Parade was the lineup was ever changing. There's been through so many lineups, and I kind of got to the point where I couldn't really call it a band anymore. So I just, to make things easy for me, used my name and attached the Parade on the end of it.
You were becoming a higher profile, particularly with your name, weren't you, in the area, and especially in the local area. So as you say, with an ever-changing band lineup, it was almost like a solo project anyway. So it kind of made sense.
Yeah,
really,
absolutely.
To go that way, down that route. Yeah, absolutely.
100%.
So if I take you right back, Chris, I mean, I know recently you've been performing and you've been playing songs that you wrote. For example, I think you mentioned that you were 10 years old when one of the songs you played live recently was one of the songs that you wrote about the age of 10. So
yeah.
I mean, how far back are we going? I mean, take us right to the very beginning when you sort of first got interested in music and started picking up a guitar.
Well, I first learned piano, and I can't remember learning it. I've just always been able to do it, and that's thanks to my dad, Matt Black, who, so basically he was doing these gigs in these pubs, and I would sit on his lap when I was about 2, maybe even younger, and kind of hold his wrists while he passed away at the piano. And so I think it just kind of got ingrained that way. So that was, I started playing piano when I was about that age, 2 or 3, I suppose. And then I finally picked up a guitar about 10 and just kind of taught myself from there. So yeah, around 10 is when I first started playing guitar, and that's when I wrote my first song.
And did you ever sort of perform them at a school play or anything like that?
Yeah, I did all of that. Yeah, I was always taking over the assemblies and testing out, new school bands and things like that. And for some reason they'd let me. They'd let me.
Was that sort of like assembly in the morning kind of thing?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
absolutely.
I'd come out and squeal on a guitar for a few minutes and.
Were there any other kids that sort of joined in, maybe on drums or anything like that?
Yeah, I had a couple of little school bands that did something like that. Yeah.
And any of those guys still playing? Are you in touch with them?
No,
or is it so far back you can't remember?
Yeah, it's so far back. Yeah. It's definitely early school days. But even in breaks and lunch times, I had this fake microphone that I'd be the only one running around. I must have looked like a complete insane person. And I was running around the playgrounds just pretending that I was on stage 24/7. And so the passion was always there.
So pretty much from that early age, you knew that you wanted to get into music, I guess.
Yeah.
Was the ambition always to become get a band together and play live and in theory become a, inverted commas, a rock star, or was that kind of like a byproduct of what happened?
I never really thought about all of that. The way I always thought about it was I just wanted to be on stage in front of as many people as possible and just perform. Whether it was going to be in a band, whether I was going to have a band or not, or whether I was going to be in one, because they're two very different things, or just kind of the way it's worked out, I've managed to do all three. So I've got a band of my own. I'm in a couple of bands now, and I gig a lot when I'm just out on my own. So yeah. I think that answers that question. It's just basically wanting to perform. I didn't care in whatever format it was.
And so obviously your dad was established at that stage. Did he introduce you to sort of the studio and techniques of how to perform, how to record and setups and things like that? Yeah,
I mean, he kind of practiced on me. So we were each other's guinea pigs in that kind of way. And I actually went to college to figure out all the technical side of the studio stuff, because I'd been doing the performance course, so you had the performance course and you had the technical course, and I went for the technical course because I didn't really know much about that at that time, so it'd be better use of my education in that regard. And again, you can never stop learning when you're in a studio. There's so many things that could be added and changed and different ways of doing things, and I suppose it's just down to each of their own individuality of how you want to do it.
I'm guessing around that time also that your dad was probably your hero. But what sort of artists? It still is, yeah, yeah. But what artists and bands also influenced you back in those days?
Yeah, well, the big one I have to say is Meatloaf. I had one album for the first 10 years of my life, and it was Bat Out of Hell. And both Dad and Mum loved Meatloaf at the time, and so I was just constantly listening to Meatloaf. And in fact, that was my first ever gig. I hired out at Village Hall. I got bored of doing it in the playground and decided to put on a show myself when I was about 8 years old. And just sang a bunch of Meatloaf songs. Called myself Maltloaf.
Is there any recorded footage from that day?
Yeah,
there is. Oh, yeah, fantastic! That would be in your biography when you sort of conquer the world kind of thing.
Yeah, there is. It's hilarious.
Excellent. So, can you remember then the first song that you ever wrote and completed and recorded?
I guess it was that song that you were talking about earlier, which I recently did. So me and Chris Jagger are now in a duo. It seems it's kind of worked out that way anyway.
And that's Mick Jagger's younger brother, I believe, isn't it? Yeah.
And it was great. And we were hanging out in Nevis in January with Ben Waters and Charlie Hart, and just kind of playing each other's songs that we've written and stuff. And the most kind of simple one that still rings true is a song called One Life. And so we decided to play that at this gig we did the other night anyway. So I can play it for you if you want.
Yeah, why not? If that's the song the
guitar's here.
That is the song, then let's go for it.
Yeah, so I wrote this. I'm going to dedicate this one actually over the airwaves to my granddad, who we lost a couple of years ago. And I wrote it when I was with him in Cornwall when I was about 10 years old, and I was just kind of figuring out how to play. So this one's called One Life. I was 10 when I wrote this, so I don't know if my voice allows me to go that high. I'm going to notch it down a few keys, I think.
I guess it's just the way the wind blows. Some days are easy to survive, and that's the way the rivers flow. When your heart broken, your emotions are stiff, and all you wanna do is be humming this riff. When things go badly, when things go wrong, I give you some advice, start singing the song. You've only got one life, you might as well live it. You've only got one chance, you might as well take it. And if you get stuck, don't let yourself fall. Go get yourself up, and you'll be standing tall. When you're not happy and when you're alone, there's no reason to cry, no reason to moan. There's always someone on your side, and that's me. There's a door to happiness, I'm giving you the key. When your heart broken, your emotions are stiff, and all you wanna do is be humming this riff. Things go badly when things go wrong. I give you some advice, start singing a song. Yeah, you've only got one life, you might as well live it. You've only got one chance, you might as well take it. And if you get stuck, don't let yourself fall. Go get yourself up, and you'll be standing tall.
There we go, that's one life.